Productions, press the button above me. If not, let's talk. Virgil, how are you this week?
Holy crap, that intro.
I am
Yeah.
fucking sweet this week.
Excellent.
And I am ready to tear up some Germans.
Good.
And also tear up anyone that is unfaithful to Mother Russia. Watch your backs.
Yeah. I'm watching my back right now by
Nobody
reflecting
likes
the
me.
camera. Tell me
yeah,
again
super
about
ready
this
to get my
coffee
game on.
abomination. I don't drink coffee, but you said it actually sounded pretty good to me, but everyone else is like,
Yeah.
"Wow."
No,
No,
that
it's-
does sound good.
No, yeah, you just need like a hefty amount of dark chocolate, straight dark chocolate, and melt it
Giggity.
in the bottom of the glass. I mean, just got to melt that shit down, and a couple cubes of sugar, a few shots of espresso. You stir that up into like your dark brown, delicious syrup, and then you steam half and half, and pour it right on top, and that's a rich fucking drink.
I'll agree with that. But I don't drink coffee. It
I was
sounds
like
good, though.
trying to get to your channel, Arthur, and I put in twatch.tv, and it came
Oh, you
up with
can't
something
get there?
completely else.
Oh,
Yeah,
thank
we
you
do-
for that, Dave. Let's check in with you. How are you doing this week?
Hello. Hey, everyone. I'm doing good. I'm almost finished with my fucking Metal Gear Solid marathon. Almost. We're getting there. We had Die Party Game Day on the weekend. One of our Sin Eaters died on the second episode. And the mascot, you're going to enjoy this. The mascot of the show is a haunted speak and tell that can only talk when you pull the string.
Is it
goes-
Graham?
No, it's not. Graham's
Oh,
not
okay.
playing in that game. But you pull the string and it goes, the cow says, "Oh my god, I'm a fucking ghost stuck in a toy," and then it like can't talk anymore. So I don't know. It's that show, man. Whew.
Because that sounds like something Graham would do.
No, yeah, it did, but no, that's totally an NPC made up by Dr. Wreckage, who is the GM for the show. So yeah, that shit's good. Aside from that, I mean, I've just been working, dude. Yeah, just getting shit together, basically. Getting shit together. I'm thinking about picking up The Witcher 3 again. Hopefully they fixed all the bugs, man. God.
I heard that there was a patch that changed a bunch of stuff and made the entire
Yeah,
game
I just
better.
don't like the combat in that game, to be honest with you.
Is it a
kind
lot
of
different
route.
from the second one?
Well, okay, so the first one you had stances that you could pick, right?
Yeah,
Really
yeah.
good. Second one, it was just kind of like plotting, and you had to go deep into skill trees in order to get basic skills like parries and stuff.
Yeah.
The third one, similar to that, except you basically just fucking, in order to attack, press mouse 1 over and over and over again. It is so fucking boring and simple. It's just like, ugh, God.
It's like the progression of every game ever, and the
Well,
I mean,
like-
make it accessible.
Mass Effect 2 was amazing. And Mass Effect 3 was even
Well,
better.
okay, the difference between a first-person shooter and an RPG, right? With a
Okay.
first-person shooter, you can choose where you want to shoot. That's where the skill comes in. But with something like The Witcher, it's
Wait,
literally
what?
like,
Oh, man. In Mass Effect, you can pause the game and sniper headshot
that's
every
what I'm
single
saying.
bullet.
That's what I'm saying. You can choose where you want to shoot. But in something like The Witcher, you can't. It's basically like, oh, there's a body there. Let me just whack it a bunch of times with mouse 1. You know,
Okay.
that's what it feels like. And to me, that's kind of just like, I
Well,
have...
I mean, you just described Minecraft combat, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, but
technically that's
Minecraft
also
is not
Skyrim as
about-
well.
But Minecraft's not really about the combat, though. It's
I know, that's
just-
what I'm saying. You just described, like, the most
Yeah.
basic combat you could put in a game.
Yeah, it's kind of
Swing
like
a sword at
why,
the other
like,
thing.
if the rest of the game wasn't so great, it'd fall into the same bracket that Skyrim falls into, where the combat's literally like you walk up to a guy and go until they die, or you know, like that missile, magic missile, whatever, over and over again.
Yeah.
I don't know, like, I hope they fix that because it's fucking frustrating to say the least. Like, where combat's less about like, you know, like monster combat is so good in that game because you study the monster, you learn about it, you find its weakness, you apply the right oils, you apply the right magics, and you can beat it handedly. But combat against humans is basically like, did you taste my blade, bandito? And I don't know. I want them to fix it because in a stellar game, that ruins it completely for me, considering the entire game's about combat. Anyway, that's my spiel, Arthur. Go on, invite someone else to this conversation.
Tyler, how are you doing this week?
I'm doing good. I don't have much to actually report. Been gaming. I discovered one of the old school games. I was feeling kind of bored with my Chromebook, and I was like, what games are available on a Chromebook? Yes, a Chromebook. Yeah. And
there's a problem.
yeah, well, I've got like a giant gaming laptop called Bertha, just so you guys know. It is literally a 20-pound brick. Like it can double.
Bertha.
It can double literally as a bulletproof vest if you duct tape it to yourself. Like it is
like
that
mine.
massive.
It'll also give you
this
like
thick in the back.
Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. We have the same one, I think.
can you cook eggs on it?
Yes. Oh, yes. Oh, definitely. The fans are so loud, it sounds like a jet engine is taking off. So anyway, I did not want to deal with Bertha for this particular day. So I was like, I wonder what, web-based games are out there. So I discovered A Dark Room. And you want to talk about point-and-click combat. That's literally all it is. You just click a button that says swing, and then you can click it again in a few seconds. But you know what? Surprisingly addictive. So
is it? You're gonna have to remind me. Dark Room is the one that's very similar to like Shadowgate, and
like this game actually
like
predates my gaming career, which goes back all the way to the 80s.
But it's a first person like dungeon crawler, right? Where you have like
no,
a team.
No. It's like a text-based dungeon crawler.
Oh, interesting.
Like that old. So, but it's interesting. Like apparently it's got some kind of cult following, so I figured I'd check it out. So yeah,
should
been doing
that shit, man. I'd watch
What's
it.
That?
Should stream that shit, man. I'd watch it.
I'll look into it. I'm not a professional streamer like the rest of you guys here.
I started a text Dungeon World campaign today. It was pretty funny.
Like on a forum?
Just in a Skype group.
Dang. How's that working out?
That's great.
I'd imagine like, okay, so with Dungeon World, you'd be like, okay, how do you want to deal with this combat encounter? And then someone would give you like a couple of paragraphs, and then you'd say, okay, you need to roll this, this, and this.
Yeah.
Is that how you're doing it? Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. That's cool. That's a cool idea.
I just like that I finally reached the ranks of being recognized as a professional streamer. It's been a good week, and it's only Monday.
You get paid theoretically, right?
Yeah. There's a lot of theory craft behind that getting paid.
A cheeseburger from McDonald's, technically you're a professional. Not the dish.
I would say anyone who's spent money on their stream is a professional.
Yeah.
Professional hobbyist streamer.
If this is an alternate source of income for you, you're definitely professional. So.
Speaking about alternative sources of income, my friend Renee managed to get $12,000 in donations over 4 hours.
I saw that. Yeah.
That was ridiculous, man. That was ridiculous.
She had a pretty sick stream.
Yeah.
Thor, how are you doing this week?
I'm doing pretty well, actually.
I think this is the first I've heard of you all day. Just been lurking.
Yeah, well, actually, I've been spending the entire day sort of renovating. Now that I've finally gotten some vacation time in, I have time to do stuff that has been waiting for quite some time. I'm sure everybody's familiar with how an apartment looks like. I mean, sure, okay, I've lived 18 months here, and it hasn't changed much.
Boxes.
There's still some that aren't quite. There's still some shelves that needed putting up, and some things that needed.
Wait.
Is there an Icelandic version of IKEA? IceKea?
It's called IKEA.
We just have IKEA, and so.
How are the meatballs over there? Are they good?
Icelandic meatballs.
Amazing. I love that. I love the meatballs at IKEA. Also,
at IKEA.
Yep.
Yeah, don't you know? IKEA has the best Swedish meatballs.
Oh.
Yep.
It's the only place I've ever found that serves Swedish meatballs. So, by definition, they are both the best, the worst, and the only.
And the only. Yeah, IKEA has a restaurant. It's actually the IKEA restaurant is actually pretty popular. I don't know how it is elsewhere, but the restaurant itself is actually people just go there for lunch and stuff because it's really cheap.
Well, like it is like apparently like the thing to do if you are like as a couple, go to IKEA and get Swedish meatballs, and then argue over furniture.
Oh, dude.
Like,
Or end a relationship, I assume.
yeah, well, that's usually saved for the second IKEA visit. But yeah. It's
Hey, babe, do you want to go to IKEA? Wait, are you breaking up with me? No, I just want to talk about furniture. Oh, okay. Well, that's good.
Well, all right.
And then when you get there, you break up with her because you confused her. It's great.
Yes. And since everybody else has been talking about it, I suppose I should mention that I've been playing a game I very much advise everybody to play. That is, and have finished now, The Wolf Among Us, the Telltale Games.
I have it. I have not even installed it yet.
That is the
so
one
high
game-
on my to-do list.
Yeah, that is the one game that got completely spoiled for me. Just like straight up, like I don't even. I haven't played it
No
in
spoilers. I haven't played it.
No, I'm not gonna ruin it for other people. I'm not that type of guy.
I already knew a lot of stuff because I already read the entire series, and this is a prequel to it. So there's a lot of things. It's a murder mystery, and there's like, okay, I already know who's not going to die, and I already know who didn't do it because otherwise they'd have been murdered in the comics, right? It was like, okay, I know that, but you know, it was still pretty fun. Enjoyed it a lot more than like Walking Dead, which I felt was one big QuickTime experience. Oh look, there's a zombie attacking you. Press this button really fast or get eaten.
Well, I'm in the opposite camp to you, I think, because I literally have no interest in anything other than the story content from those games. So the fact that I don't have to deal with combat is nice.
Yeah. No, that was what I was saying. I like The Wolf Among Us because it had less combat than The Walking Dead. I stopped playing The Walking Dead because it was too much combat, too much, you know.
Really? That was like the very minimum amount of combat, in my opinion.
I kind of felt like the combat in Walking Dead was more to force you to be engaged in the story. Like, are you actually paying attention? Because if not, we're going to fade to black and you're going to go back and listen to this all over again. You know? Like,
I still felt it was too much. I guess that says something about
forced comprehension.
It is. That's what it is. Like, are you actually listening to what's going on? Because if so, you really need to click this button. Otherwise, the zombie's going to eat your face.
I felt it was too much. I guess I'm in the minority here. I would have liked to see like just even less because I just like the story. I like just watching the story unfold. And every time a zombie came, I was like, oh damn it! Now I need to press some button. I just like listening to the story.
I think I'm disagreeing solely because I thought Walking Dead had such a fantastic amount of story that, like, saying it didn't give you enough story, it kind of confounds me, I guess. But hey,
I'm with
you know what? Everyone has their own opinion, so
I'm with you, bro.
I'll probably finish it up sometime, but I started it off and it felt like, at least the parts I've played, it felt like way too much combat. But then again, maybe it gets better later on. I don't know. I kept getting into way too many fights for my liking. In I don't know. Have you guys actually finished it?
The Walking Dead. You mean?
Dude, like, there have been a few times that I've actually gotten misty-eyed in a game, but Walking Dead, like the first one, was one of them. Like, that was an epic story.
I've only played like the first one or two chapters. Is it less combat-y and more story afterwards?
I don't think they deviate too much from it. Like the formula they've got, like so much of that game is really in the dialogue, and they make the dialogue such that it can be interpreted in one of two ways depending on the decision you made. And you can actually tell as you're playing the game, it's like, if I made a different decision, that line of dialogue would be have a completely different meaning. And there's just so much of that in the game that's, it's kind of difficult to...
Wait, ambiguous dialogue that changes based on your perspective?
Yes. Is that...
Oh, that's kind of cool way to do it. I mean, it seems like it wouldn't be... It seems like almost a shortcut. You're like, oh, this line can be used in different ways in different places.
Yeah, but imagine how long it would take to craft such a perfect line.
Yeah, why wouldn't you just take the time to just fucking write out a few extra trees of your dialogue tree? Like,
because
branches of dialogue.
Well,
tree, like.
I noticed it as I was playing, and I think there are certain things that they like splice in depending on like what you've done with your actions. But the fact that they can incorporate your decisions so much into the story and have different colors of storytelling depending on your role in it, I think is actually really masterful. Like I was very, very impressed the way that they were able to tell the same story and the highlights and how it kind of how the story moved was very much affected by how you played the game. But anyway, we're getting way off topic.
Oh yeah. So let's talk about my
definitely give it
favorite
another
topic. Oh, Thor, you got something?
I just said I'll definitely try The Walking Dead again. Then
Let's
It
talk
is one
about
of
my
my top
favorite
10
topic.
games.
Me. Now, obviously, tonight's stream, this dialogue so far has all been canned. We are, in fact, sponsored by CD Projekt for Witcher 1. We're also sponsored by Telltale Games and acetaminophen, the fine drug you saw me taking earlier for my headache.
Acetaminophen.
Yep.
And Mentos. It's just-
Oh,
And
hey,
Mentos, yeah, we're getting sponsored all over the place. Professional streamers here tonight. I'm gonna
Oh,
take
yeah.
off my glasses and get real with you real quick. You ready for this? Ladies, your numbers are up 5%. You're watching a lot of AP Gaming Real, and I appreciate it. But men, your numbers are down 5%. I'm ashamed of you.
It's
Well,
kind of
what
funny that you
What
mentioned
happened,
that.
bros?
We are playing
It's
a
kind of-
game that's entirely based on it's dudes.
This is
Role-playing
on my
games.
channel overall. This isn't
Oh,
just for
okay.
Night Witches. This is everything. The ladies are on the rise.
Arthur, you got the sex appeal.
Yeah, I don't
It's
think
those
that's
glasses.
it. I think, you know what? I'm gonna go back. I'm betting it's when Virgil joined the channel. I'm gonna watch and see those numbers. We'll figure it out.
The stash is like a magnet.
Yeah. It's like when we used to have the old people crowd when I had Paul on the show and he was like 65 with a 4-foot long beard.
Ooh.
Yeah. We got the
Sounds
beard
glorious.
enthusiasts. People would show up to just talk about his fucking beard.
That's a beautiful thing, man. I wanted to share something with you guys. I posted it in the Skype chat. Since I'm a coffee enthusiast and I do some coffee art, I think you guys would like that one. It's one of the more intricate ones I did. It's a fucking D20.
That is impressive. I have to hand it to you.
it
That is
is
good.
I will check it out during the break because if I open it up, everyone's
And everything will
faces
be
are shit.
fucked.
Yeah, and then we might show it on stream. We'll see here.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, by the way, you were talking about did somebody vote for our poor deceased
Nope, they only voted for Zubov.
Zubov? Yeah.
There were 3 votes for
yeah.
Zubov and 0 for the PCs. Everyone fucking hates all of you.
You know what? I'm not even sorry I killed Zubov.
How many
I was-
votes
that
did,
was-
Yeah,
Sasha
now
get?
we're retroactively mad at her for getting all our votes. So
Yep.
Did you add in all the characters who are dead and alive?
I didn't like do a voting poll. People just sent me messages and were like, "I like Zubov." Sorry, man. 0 votes for everybody but Zubov.
You know,
well.
you know what? I'm glad I killed Zubov. You
Yep.
guys, screw you all.
You need to learn to love me, or I'll kill everyone that you do love. Process of elimination.
I'll get to him eventually.
All right. Well, if you clicked on the link, introductions are now over. Welcome to the real show.
The AP Gaming Real show.
Thank you for that. I like how you got to that before I did. All right.
I knew where you're going, man. I'm gonna drive that tractor into the sunset with you on the back. We'll do it.
Tractor. Is this apocalypse world?
Sure.
All right, Dave. You have a new character. Let's talk about them so we can jump in here.
So, what do you want to know about my new character?
What is your new character's name?
My new character's name is Sonia Rutman.
Is she called the Blade? Is that her call sign? Sonia the Blade? That's
I
right.
don't know. Maybe, sure, whatever.
I
think I've
heard
ever
that
done
she's
it.
a sparrow.
She is a sparrow, yes.
And that she's a leader.
Yep.
You know who else has a sparrow leader character?
No one, because Arthur's never
Oh,
played this
fuck.
game.
Alright, fine. Do that shit. Tell me about them stats.
Alright, so statistic-wise, she is a sergeant, which means she can take a 2 and a -1. So she's got 0 skill, 2 guts, -1 luck. And that's how she's rolling at the moment. Yeah, so in terms of like the whatevers in the character sheet, her uniform is regulation. She has a beautiful body, her eyes are manicured, and her hometown is, here we go, Verkhovsk.
Old
You are
Verky, huh?
literally from Tatiana's hometown. Welcome.
Yeah. So, but she is an orphan. That's where I'm going with this one.
Okay.
And
I just want to point out that you have this. You said you had the standard uniform
Regulation.
regulation. Isn't that just like some dude's uniform that they like was half worn out, so they gave it to us?
Yep.
yeah.
So it's like a baggy ass, just like worn out.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. Are you insulting the fine uniforms the Soviet
No, I'm just
Air
suggesting
Army
that
has
all of us-
provided their fighting women?
I'm just suggesting that
Okay.
all of us have extra bonus cloth, in case we need it
Yeah.
in an emergency to like fix the wing of an aircraft.
Have you ever seen that joke that happens when in Family Guy when there's like the two Russian people like fully buffed out or whatever, and then it's Russian roulette where they both strip at the same time to see whether they're like obese or like skinny, and they both go, all right, 3, 2, 1, and they drop their clothing, and the woman is like perfect, and the man is just like fucking, and the woman's like, oh, and the guy's like, yeah. Because it's so cold, they have to rug up so much. That's so ridiculous anyway. Yeah.
If you're watching, can you tell me what the volume levels are like real quick? Because I feel like my mic's super loud, but I can't tell.
You don't
You're
listen
fine
to
for
your
me.
own recording? Come on, what is this?
I can
amateur?
listen to the
Professional.
recording, but I can't do it while I'm doing this, right? Because then it would be looping around.
No, you hear it at the exact same time. You get used to it pretty quickly.
I can't hear that.
I've got the Twitch stream and everything open at the same time.
Let me just poop it open for you real
All
quick.
right, excellent. Because like we're all
You do that.
talking, yeah. So,
No, you're good. Everything's fine.
excellent.
Everything is perfect.
Let's talk about last time. What happened? It seems like Kalishnikov slept with a superior officer, but there's some consequences still to be had for that event.
Yeah, she's pregos.
Yeah.
Big time pregos.
Kalishnikova also decided to sleep her way into a rank up.
Well, yes.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, yes, I did.
After some attempted murder, we come back and we see that Zerkova is just in a coma, not dead.
Boo!
Yeah,
Fucking
yeah.
boo!
And the mission pool right now stands at 4.
All thanks to fucking me murdering someone.
And, yeah, I think that's where we'll come back in. It's time for the nightly briefing, which means it's also time to have the award ceremony.
Do I miss out on the first mission, by the
Nope,
way?
you're here.
I'm just here.
Yep,
Like,
you just show up as a replacement. Just like,
This is the Russian army. We
So
are
basically
very,
what
very
happened-
yeah, I
efficient.
just want to be clear here. You can't keep going through NPCs at this pace. You guys are literally losing like half your squadron every night.
Yes.
That kind of...
We've only lost 2 NPCs thus far.
Okay, you
like
can
the-
lose 2 NPCs and a PC. That's 3 in a squadron of 6. That's 50%.
But we've gone on
5-0.
3 missions, haven't we? 3 or 4 missions?
You've only been on like 1 mission here at this
Yeah.
airbase.
Look, I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure I could
No,
roleplay
no.
7 or 8 of these people at the same time if you need me to. I
It's
mean,
not-
we'll get these.
It's not a
plans.
question of that. You're just literally gonna run out of replacement pilots.
So there's just not enough
All right,
units.
we'll be a little bit
We're
more
in Russia.
courteous for
We
the
have nothing
lives of
but manpower.
So
That's the
I
only
was under the
thing we
impression we
have.
ran at least 3 missions recently, because we did one of them that gave us an advance. We did, which was not our first mission, and then we did one just before we ended. So I thought we were at 3.
No,
This is the third one.
This
Yeah,
is the
we
third
did-
one right now.
Oh, this is the third one. Okay. So, I mean, and one of those PCs that we lost didn't have anything to do with the mission. So I don't think that counts. We've been
Okay.
averaging 1
don't be
death a mission.
salty about how you're just a secret murderer that no one knows about yet.
All right, so
What?
jumping back into it.
such a good pilot that you can navigate the plane in such a way to kill your co-pilot.
Yeah.
All of you are lined up for the awards ceremony. Katya Kalishnikov is accompanied by Katya Kurmyolenkov, who
See,
is
this is
now
why I'm not fucking GMing this game.
her best friend. And your new pilot, Natalia Romanova, who comes in with Sonia Rutman, just basically stands in the back and looks tough. Instead of wearing like a regulation uniform, she's got like a black uniform, like she dyed it. She's got like a belt with like an hourglass spider on it. So, you know, like a red spider that's got like the hourglass body. It's weird as shit.
Wait,
You mean a redback
which
spider?
little girls is wearing all this?
Natalia Romanova.
Romanova. Any relation to Romanov?
Nope.
They're different names, man. Come on, get with
I know, but they're close.
So close. It's almost like the belt spider that she has is called a
Hourglass.
Black Widow. That's right, ladies and gentlemen.
Pretty close.